Hello there. Happy All Saints' Day, 1st of November. Hello, Saint. How are you doing today? You know, I think it's such a shame that the church has robbed the word saint of its original meaning. Branches of the church have elevated various prominent people, usually on the basis of some recorded miracle, and called them saint and made them different to everyone else. And the truth is that according to the Bible, according to the New Testament, all people who are people of faith, who follow the Lord Jesus, are saints. So you're a saint, and I'm a saint. It's an interesting word. It's the Greek word hagios, which simply means holy or separated or set apart or different in a spiritual way. And that's what we are, isn't it? We are followers of Jesus. We are different. We are set apart. We have given our lives to Jesus. We are sanctified. We are saints. We are saints. The first time that the word saint is used in the New Testament is in Matthew 27, verse 52, when Matthew records that when Jesus died, the curtain of the temple was torn in two, the earth shook, the rocks were split, and the tombs also were opened, and many bodies of the saints who had fallen asleep were raised. This happened when Jesus broke the power of death over people. And the saints referred to there are those believers of the Old Testament who had followed God faithfully in the hope of the coming of the Messiah. And they woke up from their sleep of death when Jesus broke the power of death and transformed everything forever. They are saints. And then the first mention of saints after that is Ananias, who was sent to Paul, or Saul as he was then, when Saul had been blinded on the road to Damascus. And Ananias, a believer in Damascus, was sent to speak to him, and he prayed to God. He spoke to the Lord in verse 13 of chapter 9 of Acts, and said, "Lord, I've heard from many about this man, how much evil he has done to thy saints at Jerusalem," calling the believers, all the believers in Jerusalem, saints in his prayer to God. Every single one of them, not just the apostles, but every single one of the believers in that place. And when you read the letters of Paul particularly, at the start of every single one of them, he says something like, "To the saints who are in Rome," or "to the saints who are in Corinth," or "to the saints who are at Ephesus." Including, when you read 1 and 2 Corinthians, they weren't perfect. Those people, they got a lot wrong. They had to have a lot of their activities in life corrected by Paul in his 2 letters to them. And I think there were more letters too. But they were still called saints because they had been called out and chosen. And today is All Saints' Day. Today is the day when we can thank God for all those who are his saints today around the world, all those who follow Jesus, wherever they live. Thank God that the church, the ecclesia of God, the church of Jesus is growing, and Jesus is adding to his church every day. And there are people who bless us richly because they are his saints, and they have helped. Think of the saints who have helped you on your walk with Jesus. Those people who've encouraged you, those people of faith who have given you hope, given you healing, given you encouragement, taught you how to follow Jesus. Thank God for them, and thank God today for those people who, as you look back, perhaps people in history, as you've read accounts of what they did in service of Jesus, they have encouraged you and strengthened you. Saints whose run is over, whose period of time in this world has finished and they are in glory. Thank God for them. Those who you know prayed for you or encouraged you, or perhaps whose books you read that really helped you, and they're no longer here to say thank you to in person. But we thank God for them and for the example that they set. And to put it in the words of Hebrews 12, after that wonderful chapter of Hebrews 11, all about the people of faith who were all saints, chapter 12 says, "Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and sin which clings so closely, and let us run with perseverance the race that is set before us, looking to Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith." You're not on your own in your walk with God and your discipleship of Jesus. You are not alone. You are not alone in this world at this time. There are many following Jesus to encourage you and help you, but there are many who've gone before us and who are in glory, cheering us on, like the crowds at the Olympics, cheering us on to the finish line. We must run the race with perseverance, throwing aside everything that would hold us back and pressing onwards to that prize that is waiting for us. There is an excitement and a joy. But today is All Saints' Day. Today is the great day when we remember and we give thanks and we acknowledge that there's a great company of people who have served God faithfully, who are part of the kingdom that we belong to. And we focus on them today and thank God for them. You know that Halloween is only Halloween because it's the eve of All Hallows' Day, All Saints' Day. Halloween is not the big festival that should be celebrated. It is the eve of it. It's a bit like saying that Christmas Eve is the big day and Christmas Day is nothing. It's not. That's the wrong way round. Christmas Day is the great day and Christmas Eve is the day before it when we get ready for it. So Halloween is the day before All Hallows' Day, All Saints' Day, not the great celebration itself. This world has corrupted all of that, just like it corrupts everything else. But saint, bless you. God bless you. You're part of the sainthood. You don't have to be a Mother Teresa to be a saint. You are a saint because you belong to Jesus. Have a great day. God bless you. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.